Well, Steve Arts 89. Well, Gone has been released. It was one of the demos from Madonna's Ray of Light era. It's been around for a while. I think there was another version of it I actually liked better, but I might just be remembering it differently. But it's got number one on iTunes in 5 countries and other high positions all around the world. So I thought I had to comment on that for a minute. Feel free to share, like, subscribe. Actually, maybe go to my channel, look for videos because you're not going to see them on your feed, and maybe ding the bell, maybe you will. But yeah, I like the video. The video is subtle, it's simple. It's basically a couple of shots from the Ray of Light photo shoot. Now, whether these are AI versions of photos, still photos that have been brought to life, or whether they actually were videoing, I feel like I've seen video of that photo shoot, so I think it might be video. They've just taken a few shots and they just sort of repeat and they're in black and white. I don't like the black and white so much because that blue colour was so beautiful and such. It's not something I really associate with Ray of Light, so I think they should have stayed with the colour. But it's a nice, simple little video. The song itself, I did find myself singing it, and it is catchy. But the music's a little bit too remixed. It's a bit too. But I did still find myself listening to it a few times, and like I said, singing, and sort of it got sort of stuck in my head. So it's interesting, and I'm surprised it did this well. But I don't know. I was gonna do a video later to see if it appeared in other charts like Billboard and that, but iTunes is really the main chart to pay attention to because it's actual people paying actual money for actual downloads and digital copies, as opposed to some other charts. They count like Spotify, listens and just video views and stuff like that really don't count as much. Like, they're really not sales. They don't really reflect how many people are actually buying the item or how many people are actually listening to it. So I think iTunes does count and should be taken seriously. So it's notable that it was number one on iTunes in 5 countries around the world for a demo from a single, releases a single from a remix album from I think 28 years ago. That's fairly impressive. But I mean, people really just want new material. And where is this Confessions album Confessions Part 2 that really isn't Confessions Part 2 because she sort of let it slip that, yeah, it's like they're trying to use that association, but they're not actually going to give us a continuation of that album, which is going to be the same sort of electro disco sort of thing. It's going to be different. So whatever, that's a whole nother criticism to come when there's actually a released album and a review, if it's true. But yeah, so the video is nice. It's great that it's gone to number one. It shows Madonna does still have a following, and I think a lot of younger people are discovering Madonna because the wonderful thing about the internet and streaming is they just have this catalogue in a lot of cases, but not all because a lot of stuff gets removed. But this backlog and catalogue of stuff that people can just delve into someone's whole career, and Madonna has an extensive backlog. You can just get lost in it, and I'm seeing a lot of appreciation for Madonna now that I probably wouldn't have expected to sort of see a few years ago. But she's still hit a wall. She's not at her best. She hasn't. I don't know what happened with Madonna, but something happened in 2017 when she moved to Lisbon. Everything changed, and like I've joked that Madame X killed her and buried her out in the desert somewhere. That she's buried somewhere in Lisbon, and this is someone impersonating her ever since. But yeah, she like Grace Randolph said, Madonna hit a wall and never recovered, and that's true. She hasn't recovered yet. It doesn't mean she can't still come back, and it would be the first time in her career she needs to come back because she never really went away, but she just hasn't quite been herself. But she's looking more herself lately, and I don't know if this is associated with illness, that she might have had some issues, the weight gain, the cosmetic, what the hell ever she was doing with her face. A lot of these issues, they all seem to be gone now. So I'm hoping, along with this pseudo Confessions 2 era, that we get the old Madonna back, being a new Madonna, because the old Madonna was always a new Madonna, and the new Madonna was always the old Madonna. But I don't feel like I've seen Madonna for a few years, and I am missing her. And I've been attacked by fans for criticizing her because Madonna fandom is a cult, and if you don't, praise the cult leader, Madonna like she's a god, you people will just hate on you. Even if it's legitimate criticism, because I love Madonna, I love her music, I love her work. Don't always like what she does in her personal life, like setting her YouTube minions after me, almost killing my channel, but I'm not going to hold that against her art or anything. She seems like a horrible person in person, but that, you know, you can separate the artist, the actual person, from the art. But you should be able to comment on both and not have people be like, you have to like everything about her, you know, in order to actually comment or say you're a fan. No, I can be a fan of her work and think she's a horrible person. They're different things. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. It's turned into a little bit more than just a review of the video for Gone, 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 and just letting people know that it's number one on YouTube, iTunes, which is great. But yep, I'm going to go. Bye.